Greetings, Mr. Solomon, with another edition of Minecraft EDU for schools. This is the beginning of a new school year, the 2017-2018 year. This is week number 3. I'm seeing a 5th grade class right now, and usually we start the year with doing some kind of all about me activity. And this year we're using Minecraft to help students learn how to build and spell words that describe themselves. So we always go through the rules of Minecraft, making sure students know how to log in, making sure they know how to play as digital citizens and not attacking others. We talk about the controls. And then we went over how to build. I showed them an example of how I did it. And then we did a little work on the smartboard of how do you make certain letters in Minecraft. Some tricky letters would be ones that have angles like N and R and K. And then we talked about how to use serifs and block letters to help the letters be spelled more easily and built more easily in Minecraft. So if I get into the game here, we have a class in the room right now. So I'm going to sign in as a teacher. I'm going to turn on all of my teacher tools. So this is a large workspace. If I press the letter M, I can change my flying speed. I'll make it about 75%. I always like to get in build mode too, so I can help students build if needed. And so let's fly up in the air and take a look. So on the first day, they were asked to spell their names. And so these students have a long name. And then they used the letter block mod to come up with 3 adjectives to describe themselves. Once they had those 2 assignments done, which took some students longer than others, they then were asked to construct the house where they live. Some students live in apartments, some in condos, some in townhouses, some in freestanding houses. So they're being asked to build their house after they finish spelling their names. So here's student name. You can see their descriptions. We talk about how to build. Houses are built from the foundation up, so start with the floor. Once the floor is done, then we would do the walls. Once the walls are done, then they can add the roof. And then once the roof's done, they can add windows and doors. So you can see students are in the middle of constructing these right now. So this student used stained glass, and so I helped her show how to put a wall behind it so the glass could be more easily read. And then you can see their descriptions. We even looked at Google Earth for a couple of students so they can see what their housing looks like from satellite. So you can see these students all did a nice job. There are over 32 students in this class. So some of the students are going to have to share some of their spaces. The student decided to make like a flag. There's a good looking K right there. And so I'm just going to quickly fly over each area so you can see it. So you can see students' names, see students' descriptions, and then you can see them working on their houses. So you can see everyone's in a different state of completion. This also gives me a good assessment of students' Minecraft skills. Can they build complex structures? Can they problem solve? Can they figure out how to make angled letters, like Alex, for example? And so the requirements was the letters of their name had to be at least 6 blocks high. It could be more than 6, it just couldn't be less. And then we talked about making sure that their names are constructed along the sides, so you're not looking at the names backwards. So there's Olivia. So this kind of gives you a good idea of what students' abilities are in Minecraft. Some of them are covering up their names because their houses are so big. So we've got 2 more sections to check out. There's Marissa. I see 1 word. I see 2. Some complex structures going on. Some students with long names are going to have to edge them around the sides. I like how Cornelia solved that problem. So you can kind of get a good idea of level of ability in Minecraft as we look at this. Some students really have the hang of this, and some students need a little more time. But it's a good way to start the year to get them ready to do other projects in Minecraft as we go on. So this is student Abney who's never played Minecraft before. So we talked about adding serifs to a font. So how you can make an 8 look like a B by just adding the little hooks. Some good problem solving techniques. I like how students choose their patterns for their letters. Some are really mindful and thoughtful about how they're organizing it. Some just pick their favorite colors. Some are trying to do lowercase letters. That's a unique design. N's are tricky, so we talked about how to do a letter N. I'm going to have to talk to this student about water and whether they really do have water around. Liam is an ILC student, so he has an individual learning plan, an IEP. Loves to play Minecraft. Doesn't spend a lot of time in the regular red classroom, but he loves coming to technology because we get to do some Minecraft activities. So, you got a good idea of what these projects look like, and I think we're back to the beginning. So I've done this with 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders. And this is how we're going to start the year, by helping them do some constructing. And we'll do other projects as the year goes on. Thanks for watching.